All right, welcome back. The bad boy Diddy, 3 homes raided, full story unveiled. I really don't have the full story, but I have something, okay, that I wanted to share with you with regards to this, to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy's house was raided uh, yesterday. Okay, so by the time you're watching this, I don't know how far you'll be watching, but his house was raided yesterday. And here's the story according to the Shade Room. And I think we should touch on this because we've been covering this for a while. This has to do with absolute power is absolute power. There's a saying that absolute power absolutely corrupts. I don't know where that saying came from. Let me see. Absolute power absolutely corrupts. Absolute power. You know, we talk about power here. I want you to understand power. I want you to understand that power is not about being fair. As a matter of fact, that's an oxymoron. But I want to also be aware of when you have too much power, right? Yeah, sorry. Absolute power corrupts absolutely is the saying. Okay? Power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's a famous quote by Lord Acton, an English historian who lived from 1834 to 1902. This quote refers to the idea that the more power someone has, the more likely they are to become corrupt. It's not a decision, it's just the nature of human beings when you combine it with that. It's the same reason why coconut head pride can absolutely destroy. Can absolutely destroys, it goes before the fall, right? You know that scripture that says that. So, and that's what I keep thinking about when I see this Diddy story. That's what I keep thinking about. But anyway, let me show you what they're talking about. They said, according to TMZ, law enforcement sources say agents working for Homeland Security are reportedly raiding Diddy's property in Los Angeles and Miami. Reports states there are helicopters overhead and local law enforcement is also present. Authorities are on the property, walking through the house with guns drawn, and people are being questioned in front of the house. It is unclear if Diddy is present. In fact, at one point yesterday, they were speculating that he was on his own private jet, which was found to be grounded somewhere in the Caribbean, that he might have escaped, So they are basically like, listen, by the time the feds come in and they start busting in like that, usually they have something. Now we know that Diddy has been going through a lot recently. He settled a massive lawsuit worth about $30 million with his ex-girlfriend that filed a bunch of lawsuits around sexual assault allegations. Recently, one of his producers that he worked with also accused him of all kinds of crazy atrocities, and that's what we're dealing with,
Breaking news right now. We're following the Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular.
Breaking news right now. We're following the Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Hills.
So that was that. Let me see.
Breaking news right now. We're following the.
So that's them busting into the house. They have people on arrest. That looks like one of his sons. They were arrested. Of course, not arrested completely, but they were under arrest while they were raiding the house. And they said there were multiple of his houses around the nation at the same time. So anyway, that's that right there, and you can see a picture. Yep, that's King Combs right there, his son, and Justin Combs arrested while they were HSI, Homeland Security Inland or something like that. That's what they call them. It's basically the feds. Okay. Anyway, so Diddy is getting that pressure, right? So today, as of today, there's another footage of what they did in the house. It says footage shows aftermath of raid on Diddy's Los Angeles residence. His attorney releases statement. And somebody's saying here, raid for what? They need to trash Nickelodeon house too. All right, so now it's becoming a, hey, if you're going to get Diddy, get everybody else too, right? Because people already start to carry their own theory that Diddy was also reporting to other people, right? So it shouldn't be just him that's going down. You know, a lot of the greats of this nation have a lot of people's blood on in their hands. So I know where they're coming from, but hey, don't be the one to get caught, because if you get caught, it's a wrap. And this is not looking too good for Diddy. As a matter of fact, as of today, he sold all of the rest of his share, allegedly sold all of the rest of the shares in Revolt, a network he started. Innocent or guilty, crazy how the world enjoys watching the fall of others. Shake my head, it's actually scary. You left a whole comment that has 122 replies and comments to yours. You're helping it. Let's not be hypocrites here. We must pay attention to this, particularly because of the lessons in it, right? Where was this energy for Trump? Trump has a lot of people's foot on his neck. So let's just wait and see what happens with that. Why when Donald Trump's script got raided, we ain't see all of this? Well, that's a video. I just pray for his 3 daughters who are in school and also on social media. Please protect them mentally and emotionally. This is going to be rough for them. This is going to be rough for them. So it's a flip is shit and dipped. The whole thing started to feel too staged. Who uploaded the footage that fast? All I know is Nickelodeon was in some serious heat for like 3 days, and now it's all about Diddy did it. It's not funny, by the way. What if, just what if, is innocent? The only way to find out is investigations. That's what this looks like to me, right? The only way to find out is investigations, and they have to collect exhibits and all that kind of stuff, right? They have to. So now the question is, did he or didn't he? After many years, the soul of Tupac still cry for justice. Jesus. Diddy did it. Next is Jay-Z. So now 50 Cent also has been dragging Diddy for a while, but is now involved dragging Jay-Z. You know, 50 Cent, he has this weird relationship with these people, you know. Someone said Diddy knows. Akon quickly japa Omogbon. Who is this? Oh, this is the AKG the page that I'm looking at. Okay. Poor kids, why were they handcuffed? Listen, they are adults. They are adults. Let's be clear. Okay. Once it started, doesn't end. That's the end of Puff Daddy. This is going to be a lot of dragging. Okay. The end, possibly. Unfortunately, sadly, the end. First, it was R. Kelly and his Diddy. Yeah, but the issue here is that these are real atrocities that they are being accused of. R. Kelly was actually convicted, you know. So, I don't know, you know. Sometimes when you're praying for blessings, just be careful for what kind of blessings you're praying for. You have no idea what comes with that. Well, I can get blessing and never commit. Calm down. Calm down. Get off that pedestal, you know. It's sad to see, but once you have been violating a bunch of people, then hey, you do the crime, you have to do the time. That's the way it works, and men understand that all so well, right? So men don't argue with that, because that would be argue with your destiny. And what are your thoughts about this? Are you sending prayers out to Diddy, or you think he deserves it? What are your thoughts about all of this? I'm curious. I just want to know. Okay. Yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. And as usual, I'll be back in no time, 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.